There was a Milky Way chocolate bar commercial that aired years ago. It pictured a tattoo artist and a client. The client wanted a tattoo that stated "no regrets." Unfortunately, the tattoo artist was not a good speller. Instead of "no regrets," he tattooed "no regrets." The irony is that both the tattoo artist and the client now had regrets due to the uncorrectable error. Now, all of us have regrets in life. They may be for poor decisions that we've made, hurts that we've inflicted upon others, or sins that we've committed, failures in life. There's a host of them. The problem is that our regrets can leave deep emotional wounds in our lives. And the result of these emotional wounds, if left untreated, can result in emotional illnesses. The big issue here is how to deal with these regrets, which affect our emotional wellness. Now, there are many steps necessary to deal with these regrets depending on the cause of the specific regret. One was the subject of the previous post. It was that the regret for sins that we've committed. The solution for this is to trust in the work of Christ on the cross, where he atoned for our sin, and by faith we acknowledge our sins and we were counted as righteous, our sins being forgiven. In the present times after salvation, we just merely need to confess our sins, and he's faithful and just to forgive us our sins, to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. But another issue is our regrets over our own past failures and the negative repercussions of what we have endured because of them. An example might be a bad decision that cost one a lot of money, might be a relationship that was injured or lost, loss of property, and a host of other things. In these cases, we must remember that God is for us and not against us. He knew about the poor decisions that we would make in life and still has plans for us to have a glorious future because we are his children. Remember the words of the Lord recorded by Joel. He wrote, "I will restore," this is the Lord, "I will restore to you the years that the swarming locust has eaten." In other words, God has a plan for us, and he can put us back on our feet again when things fall apart. We must confess our past failures and learn from them and move on for the glory of God. Just get up and get moving forward rather than holding on to these regrets and being defeated. We can move forward according to God's plan. But last, what about the regrets that we have regarding those whom we've hurt? Obviously, we must also confess this to the Lord. Yet beyond confession, there are some steps that we must take. First, if possible, we must seek restoration with that person, trying to make things right again with the one we've hurt. Make sure that when we do this, that we humbly own up to our own part in this and do not make excuses for our actions. Second, we must make restitution where needed. If we've defrauded or stolen something from somebody, we need to deal with that. We need to return what we've taken, or we need to make restitution for it. And third, and most importantly, we must pray for the one we've hurt, that God would heal their wounds. The psalmist wrote that he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. We must trust that the Lord will do something for us that we probably cannot do. We cannot heal the wounded heart, but God can. He will soothe the wounded heart. We need to pray to him for that soothing.